This week on Midwest Outdoors, we're on Rainy Lake using electronics to get onto the right bite. Angie Scott is on Lake Erie to fill the cooler with walleyes. And Mark Mall takes the kayak out in northern Minnesota. You're watching Midwest Outdoors magazine. Since 1967, helping you enjoy the outdoors. Sponsored in part by Rapala, Abu Garcia, Berkeley, Skeeter Boats, and Flow Fast Fuel Transfer Systems.
What you got there?
We got a smallmouth bass, I think, man.
You got an ornery one.
It's a good start for us. My buddy Scott Walsh and I are fishing way up in northern Minnesota, right on the border with Canada. Spectacular Rainy Lake, chasing some walleyes and some bass and
oh, it's a beauty.
Some northern pike maybe mixed in. We just hit this point right here and we're just throwing a hodgepodge of things at them, jerk baits and swim baits and little cranks and ripping wraps, and I just dropped a hair jig over the side because I had a fish follow me up. And we start out with that guy on a little black hair jig technique that's real popular in these parts. Just drop it down right under the boat and a nice solid smallmouth to start us out. Today's segment, we're talking awesome fishing in northern Minnesota, multi-species, probably a bunch of these fellas. And we're gonna share with you a bunch of tactics on how to catch them. It's almost 18.5 incher, a chunk. Fun start. Let's go, Scotty.
All right. You spit a craw up at me. We're coming down this rock bank here and there's just a little corner of cabbage in here. And I picked up the popper and threw it up in the cabbage. Smallmouth love to hang in cabbage, especially in cabbage and rock, and I literally never moved the bait. It hit the water and he just flushed it instantly. It's
nice fish.
It's another nice one. Since I got him on a little bit of a meat stick here, I'll just boat flip him.
Watch your toes. You're in sandals, even though it's late summer. It's pretty nice out. Oh, that's a big one.
X-Wrap pop. He got both hooks. Yeah, he hit it like he was sitting there waiting for something to fall on his nose. 19 right on the button.
Great start. This could be a fun day. We've got some powerful tools in the boat to help us catch more fish. MN Kayak Ultrex trolling motor. We can use spot lock to hover on these spots upwind or downwind, however we choose. Fan cast throughout the structure. Lake Master chips in the Humminbird Helix units to allow us to safely navigate this vast fishery. There's so much water up here. Of course, we've got the talon on the back if we want to anchor up and cast off the bow. And the Mega 360 imaging, Scott, has really been priceless for what we've been doing up here.
Yeah, the Mega 360 is like truly unbelievable. There's really nothing else like it on the market. Since the 360 came out, I've been a huge fan of it, and when the Mega version came out, it's like a game changer, right? The detail you can see on it, picking off an isolated boulder or two, or a clump of cabbage that's like we're fishing some cabbage now. It'll pick off an isolated chunk of cabbage way off that you would easily miss otherwise. It's really like a great tool to have in your pocket when you're fishing this much water out here.
That's a good one. Oh my. Rip and wrap, Scotty.
All right.
We set up with spot lock here. We're casting. There's a reef right here in front of us. Got a lot of weeds on it as well, and we're just spot locked upwind of it. I think I got a walleye here. Absolutely slam this perch colored rip and wrap. Solid fish. We'll just grab him because I think he's only got the back hook in him.
Oh yeah.
Solid fish. We just set up on this spot. Scott started making a couple of jerkbait casts over the top of it. Saw big fish on the surface coming out of the weeds there. We can see on the Mega 360 imaging There's a lot of boulder down here and some weeds too. There we go. Rip and wrap. We're doing some artificials today, and you can catch plenty of nice walleyes mixed in even while you're bass fishing, or catch these specifically using artificials. Wow, out there in the saddle, huh?
Yep, out in that little gravelly saddle that kind of connects these two. A decent one.
You hoop him or grab him from there?
Doesn't look like he's hooked great.
No, okay. You want to get him on the back?
Let's see when he comes up again here.
We got a wind switch here, and we got calmer conditions. We've been starting to get a few on top waters here as it gets towards midday. So we might switch gears and do some topwater fishing.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we can catch him on topwater, there's not much that's more fun than that. So why wouldn't you?
He's got 2 hooks in him.
Good.
Ooh, awesome fish, dude. Look at that. Another big one.
Thanks, buddy.
That was fun.
Appreciate the guide treatment there.
Well, it's a little high reach from the front of the Skeeter versus the back. So
that it is.
We've had a fun time fishing.
Oh, absolutely.
It's only new.
Right.
I mean, we got half a day yet to go out, and it looks like we got a little topwater bite.
We've caught them about every way you'd want to, right?
Yeah.
Skeeter looks like a Rapala bomb went off in here. There's like baits everywhere, and we've caught them on all of them. So can't complain about that.
It's been a fun morning, and we still got a half day of fishing left. But if you like to fish in northern Minnesota, it's an awesome spot to do it. A nice smallmouth like that will await you if you do come up here. With my friend Scott Walsh, I'm Roger Cormier. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors.
Rod tip up, pressure on, nice and slow.
All right, Angie, look at that. Sun's not popped out yet. First cast, we already got one this morning, huh? What do you think? Well, here we go. First of all, welcome to the Midwest Outdoors. Here we are on Lake Erie with my ladies this morning. Beautiful morning, not too windy, just right. Second cast, Angie's already got one in the box. Today's gonna be our day right here on Lake Erie. Let's go. We're gonna get it, okay?
Well, to me, it feels like a walleye.
All right. Way to go. Brittany on, okay.
Awesome.
That's what it's about. Catch fishes today.
My rod tip up, hit like a walleye, so I'm pretty confident here.
Angie says I'm only catching walleyes today. That's it. Look at that, huh?
All right.
2 for 2.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent job this morning, ladies.
I'm feeling a pretty heavy fish. Feeling like it's diving straight to the bottom, bouncing up and down. So I'm thinking maybe it's a sheephead, but we won't know till we get her up.
Walleye.
All right.
Woo! Never felt so good to be wrong. That's a nice one.
All right. Grinding away. Woo! Good job.
It's a little guy.
Is it?
Yep, but it's a walleye.
Sure? Oh, it's a walleye?
Yep.
Here, I'll get back.
It might be long enough.
Yeah, he might keep. All right, Ange, way to go.
right.
And you did it perfect there. We were just talking, we were just going, and she missed it, and I didn't even tell her. She stopped, and then it got right back on, didn't it, that time there?
Yep.
That increases your catch out here tremendously by staying with the fish and don't let them go. That's going to keep.
What are you doing? How you getting them?
I counted down to about 7 and
Little
just
left,
started.
Angie. That's another
just started
walleye, I think.
reeling.
I love the girls, too. Real serious. Up the water column, are you catching them? I love the question. This is a nice one, Angie.
Feels like
You're going to
it.
have 2 out of 3 casts going in the cooler. Nice and easy. I mean, just like with Angie right now, we just had a conversation here. We put the camera. Let this St. Croix do all the work, man. That's where it's at. It's pounding, it's pounding. You don't want to horse him, but let this take all the work so that by the time I net this walleye, he's half dead coming up. That's what you want. Let that rod work. We were just talking about how happy we are with the Croix rods and a quality good rod on out on the lake. So, hey, we're on a little roll here, man.
Yeah.
I love that smile all the time. Like, yeah, I know. Okay. The girls came to play today. All righty, another eater. Another eater. That's 4 and 15 minutes. Okay, you know. But who's counting?
We just
You know what I mean?
discovered it might be the blade bead combo.
Yeah, we're changing some stuff around and see. We're only fishing in 8, 10 feet down, and we're in 30 feet of water. These fish are up top, and sometimes they won't hit the bait till the very last minute because it's coming like this and it changes projection and starting to come out of the water, and that's when they'll grab it. And that's what happened. I was just looking at it, and all of a sudden you look and the rod bent right there at the last minute, you hit it at the end. So that's a darn nice walleye there. Okay?
Yeah, this gold on gold, the gold beads. So we all switched to this because Angie had this on her line first, and she was snatching them in one after the other. So we all switched, and now we're getting them.
What is it, Brittany?
Let's see here. I just had a hit as I was retrieving, and it feels like we might have a walleye here.
Okay.
It's putting up a little bit of a fight, but nothing like a sheep's head. So I think this is the fish we're after.
Well, if it's a walleye, I'd have to say it's a keeper. Yeah, it's a keeper, too. All right.
On a gold pattern, yeah. We're just trying to get some more light to reflect off of the spoon we put on here, this blade we put on, and that seems to be what's doing it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a beautiful
It
thing.
sure is fighting.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's a little guy.
All right, Mark, so we're staying with you. You're hosting us. We're out on your boat. What are
Yes.
some other services you provide for people when they come out here?
Well, the one thing we're most proud of is Bay's Edge over there. We have townhomes there. They sleep up to 6. And then we also have fish cleaning, bait and tackle store. And we cater to several different groups of fishermen. Number one, if you want to come and book a charter, no problem. If you have your own boat and go, look, I don't want a charter, you can come stay at Bay's Edge, clean your own fish there, or we offer the service. Or if you want to come on a trip like we are today, we'll take you out fishing. And if you want the exact trip, we'll put some snacks in there for you and take care of you all the way around.
Why don't you tell us about your townhouses, Mark?
Okay. They're 3-bedroom, 2 full bath. You have 6 total beds in there. And then they got a full kitchens in there with all the stuff. So if you like to go out, brand new Weber grills this year. We really upkeep it. And then of course the pond, catch and release fish, and really some great stuff.
All right, so if people want to come stay, how do they do that? How do they get in touch?
Well, the best thing to do is we can go up on Facebook or our webpage, which is Bay's Edge, www.baysedge.com. You can give us a call and we'll get you in.
Awesome.
Unbelievable. We've had a couple of these today. They're following it and they're hitting it right there next to the boat, you know?
Yeah.
Way to go. I was just saying, hey, we're in a little lull again, and here we go and we get one. You know what I mean? It's just been that kind of day. I know we've been harping on it a little bit today, but we've been paying more attention to our tackle today with the blades, changing them up a little bit, different beads, a little bit of color. I want to thank everybody on the boat for coming out here. We've had a great couple days of fishing, great ladies catching, and watch for us monthly in our stories on Midwest Outdoors, and come on out to Lake Erie. Great walleye fishing.
Midwest Outdoors helps you enjoy the outdoors with expert articles on where to go, what to use, and how to use it. Your subscription gets you 10 big issues of the best in fishing, hunting, and the great outdoors. Sign up now at MidwestOutdoors.com/subscribe.
Adventure is a big part of kayak fishing. Hey, I'm Mark Mall, and on Midwest Outdoors today, we are going way back in the middle of nowhere in northern Minnesota. Gonna try and get some keepers. I mean, we might catch a few bigger fish along the way too, but that's okay. We're not gonna argue with that. Hey, stick around. I'm gonna show you some lure options that you might wanna consider when you plan your next kayak fishing adventure. Oh, this might be a giant bass. I mean, this might be a big bass. I don't know. It feels like it wants to come up. Oh, buddy. Oh, big bass. Oh, big bass. Oh, get up here. Get up there. All right, well, I was working this new black 4-inch pencil parallel to the bulrush line, old bulrush. There's not a whole lot of weeds out here yet. And that fish actually came up from behind and just kind of nipped at it. And I was like, oh, I think there's a fish. And then it just blew up, and then my heart started beating. But this was really cool because I could hear the lure And that's what's neat about these 4-inch pencils is you can hear them. And this is a new black pattern. I'm using black because we have a little bit cloudier day, and I think the fish can see it as a better silhouette against the clouds than if it was a more sunny day. Just an awesome fish. Yeah, it's a little over 19 with the mouth open, so we're looking at a big dandy 19. Got him. There's what I'm looking for. Ooh, jeez. He got a case of the spunkies. That one came up. He's like, I think I want to try some of that, but I'm not too sure. Well, maybe. Ooh, that might. Oh no, that's a slot fish. That's a nice fish, actually. So we got a great slot fish here. Beautiful northern. When I say slot fish, I mean where we're at today, you can't keep any fish between 22 and 26 inches. So that clearly is going to be in that range. Really healthy fish. Absolutely hammered that 4-inch pencil. Great fight too. So one thing I was saying about this black pencil, you can see I got a little salad with that. I was actually hoping to get some northerns with it. But one thing I did was that fish came right up behind it and missed it. And so I waited, didn't even move the bait, nothing. So I pulled it forward about 8 to 10 inches, nothing again, pulled it forward about a foot, and that just exploded. So don't give up on your casts. If a fish comes up behind it, sometimes give it a little bit, then I'll come back and hit it again. There's one. This might be a keeper northern. This might be what I'm looking for. Ooh. Might be, actually. Better net this rascal. Oh, get up here. He's kind of skinny, but hey, I'll take it. On an adventure trip like today, I usually have 2 rods with different lines set up. I usually go one with 20-pound test, and I also go with a rod that's got 65-pound test. And I usually base the lines on the types of lures I'm using and whether or not I anticipate that fish are going to eat the lure or just bite it. So, for example, I use the 20-pound test with lures like props, because chances are a lot of like northerns that I'm chasing are going to eat that back hook. So I'm not as worried about them swallowing it and maybe cutting the line. Now, the 1-knock rattling vibe, however, that's where I'm going to use the 65-pound test super braid, because I anticipate that when a fish hits it, they are going to absolutely engulf it. There's one. Well, I think it's a northern. Oh, big splash. Come here. Little goofball. I think he's got some spunk in him yet. I think that'll add perfectly to getting some fish to eat here. Didn't want any big ones, and this is just perfect for what I want to do. Get up here. There we go. Whew. That's a very successful day. Hey, it was a great adventure on the water. Gotta love when a trip ends with being able to take a couple of fish home to eat. I'm Mark Mall, Midwest Outdoors. We'll be right back.
We've seen a lot of different ways to flay fish up at Arneson's here, but this is probably the best and the easiest way that we've seen. You start right here, go under here, lay it flat, split, go like that, and then just roll your knife right down the backbone, leave it attached. And when you just break like that, That leaves you a handle. And then for the bones, the trick is to lay them down like this, and remember to go head to tail. Put your tip of your blade on your board, and just start, and there's your bones. Same here, head to tail. And since we're gonna eat these up in the lodge later, we're gonna just leave them without skins. So I'm Mark Arneson, it's as simple as that, and that's your Midwest Outdoors tip.
I've been having some challenges with a crossing target as it comes across like this. There's a break point where you're going to pull the trigger. There's a pickup point right here where I'm going to focus on it, and then I'm going to actually pick it up with my eyes over here. So you got eyes, gun, fire. And Rod was helping me try to get that down a little bit better.
So on your completion of the shot, I want you to shoot a hole right in the center of this target. So as that target's coming across here, don't be here, don't be here, don't be here, don't be here, right there, right in the middle of it.
That's what I want to do too.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to put you in charge of it.
We got a
Trip.
common goal.
I'm going to put you in charge.
Whoa.
Nicely struck.
Thank you. This is Trip Banks, and that's another tip for Midwest Outdoors.